On a distant planet, far away from Earth, the Xarthenians were known across the galaxy for their advanced technology and powerful armies. Their reputation was built on their ability to conquer planets with ease, overwhelming their enemies within days. They had traveled to many worlds, making contact with countless civilizations, and each time they triumphed over those who dared oppose them. But when the Xarthenians turned their attention to Earth, something unusual happened. They were shocked, horrified even at the sheer power of the human weapons. It all began when a small fleet of Xarthenian ships entered Earth's atmosphere. Their ships were sleek and metallic, capable of cloaking themselves from detection and moving faster than the speed of light. They had come to Earth on a mission, one they had carried out countless times before, to observe and assess whether humanity was ready to join the greater galactic community. They had heard rumors of Earth's rising technological advancements, but they had little understanding of the humans' true capabilities. At first, the Xarthenians sent scouts to survey the planet, monitoring from a distance. They had already gathered information about Earth's history, its wars, and its growing advancements in science and technology. They were impressed by the creativity of humanity, but they didn't expect to find anything that could pose a serious threat. That was until they saw the humans' weapons. When the Xarthenians first encountered Earth's military forces, they were curious. Earth had developed guns, missiles, and bombs, but in the grand scheme of things, these seemed primitive compared to the weapons of the Xarthenian Empire. The Xarthenians had weapons that could turn entire planets into ash in the blink of an eye. They could manipulate gravity, create artificial black holes, and unleash energy blasts that could obliterate cities in seconds. To them, Earth's weapons seemed like toys. But when the Xarthenians attempted to invade Earth, they quickly realized just how wrong they were. It all started with a small battle near the United States. A handful of Xarthenian ships had landed, expecting little resistance from the human military. What they didn't expect was the force of humanity's retaliatory weapons. The humans launched missiles that, to the Xarthenians, seemed outdated and clumsy, but these missiles carried a deadly punch. The first Xarthenian ship was struck by a missile, and to their astonishment, it didn't just damage the outer hull. The entire ship exploded in a fiery burst. The Xarthenians were baffled. They had never seen anything like this before. Their shields should have absorbed the impact, but the missile had pierced through with a destructive force they couldn't comprehend. The Xarthenians tried to counterattack with their superior weaponry, but their ships were being shot down one by one. The humans' weapons, though seemingly primitive, were far more effective than they had anticipated. The Xarthenians tried to cloak their ships, but the humans had radar technology that could pierce through their invisibility. The humans fired back with high-powered cannons and laser-guided missiles, and with each passing minute, the Xarthenian forces were losing ground. Then came the ultimate shock. The humans unleashed a weapon unlike anything the Xarthenians had ever seen. A secret weapon, hidden away by the human governments, was activated. A nuclear missile that had been upgraded with new technology. As it soared through the air, the Xarthenians realized too late that this wasn't a typical bomb. It was a weapon of mass destruction, capable of devastating the planet's surface and altering the very atmosphere. The Xarthenian ships attempted to flee, but the humans had already prepared an anti-spacecraft defense system. The Xarthenians could see the missile nearing its target and realized that they were not going to survive the blast. At the last moment, they retreated back into space, but they had already been deeply shaken. The sheer destructive power of the human weapons had left them speechless. Back aboard their mothership, the Xarthenian leaders held an emergency meeting. They had gathered all the information from the battle, trying to understand what had just happened. They concluded that, while their technology was more advanced in some areas, humans had developed weapons capable of causing mass destruction on an unimaginable scale. "We underestimated them," one of the Xarthenian commanders said, shaking his head in disbelief. "Their weapons, they're not just primitive. They are incredibly destructive." Another commander spoke up, his voice filled with unease. "We've conquered countless civilizations. We've faced alien races with advanced weaponry, but we've never seen anything like this before. Humans possess the means to destroy entire fleets with ease." The leader of the Xarthenians, A wise and calculating being nodded thoughtfully. We cannot risk underestimating them again. Their weapons could destroy us in a matter of days if we choose to engage them in war. There was silence in the room as the leaders realized the truth. The humans had no need for complicated technologies to win a war. Their simple, raw power was enough to make even the most advanced race in the galaxy rethink their strategy. The Tsarthenian Council made a decision that would change the course of history. They would not engage in war with Earth. In fact, they would avoid war altogether. Not because they feared defeat, but because victory would be too easy. The humans' weapons were so powerful that the Tsarthenians knew they would be obliterated before they could even make a dent in Earth's defenses. Instead, the Xarthenians chose to make peace with humanity. They recognized that Earth's power was too great to challenge. They decided that diplomacy was their best course of action. They offered to share their knowledge and technology with humans, but they also acknowledged that Earth had its own path to follow. The Xarthenians would no longer seek to conquer Earth, but instead, they would watch and wait. From that day forward, the Xarthenians watched the humans from afar, amazed by their potential. They realized that humans were not just a growing threat to their empire. They were a force in their own right, one that could one day rival even the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy. And so, the Xarthenians learned to respect humanity, not because of their technological advancements, but because of their raw, unyielding power, a power that could never be underestimated again.